Hello again and thanks for joining. So we have another unusual coach to have a look at. This time it's from Roco and it's made in Austria, but it is actually a German Deutsche Bahn coach, and you can see that with the green there. It's unusual because this is a push-pull carriage, a control car, which has got a driver at one end. This particular coach is of a Type BPw4ymg, so it's quite a mouthful for it. But what that basically means is that it's a second class one, and it's got a side corridor beside the baggage compartment, and it's got a through corridor as well at the driver's end. So this could be used like in a rake of coaches. It doesn't necessarily have to be at the end, but it was used at the end for push-pull services in Germany from the early 1950s, but they did get withdrawn in around about the 1970 and 1980s era. So it's going to be an interesting model to have a look at. Let's check it out closer up. So I do like Roco coaches. This one is especially long as well, and I guess that must be scale length, which is pretty cool. And it's also finished in this lovely dark green colour of the Deutsche Bahn of the time. You wouldn't really notice that this was a control car if you weren't told. There's just these tiny windows here. There's a little bit of writing down here on the front, and we have a couple of lights here and also obviously one at the top. And these coaches do actually have pickup from the wheels, and these have little lights on them as well, which is really cool. One of the other really cool things, if I turn it around this way, is that you can see there's a fully painted driver in there doing his duty at the controls as well. And obviously we have a fully detailed interior. So you can see the baggage compartment here. We've got these doors. Another giveaway of this being a control coach is the horns on the top here. We've got an extra vent over normal coaches, but we have the usual vents up on the top here, and it's finished in this nice dark grey colour. I think that's actually a separate piece to the main moulding, but what I do really like here is the glazing. It really is very clear, and we have these lovely silver surrounds as well. We've got some printing on this model which looks really good. It's very clear. We've got some destination boards as well here. And as we look down the side of the carriage, we can see a number 2 for second class, and there's more printing on the black area. Got a Deutsche Bahn logo here, and some more printing at this end, including the specification of this carriage. You might have noticed here on this door and also here at the end door, there's a little handrail. These are actually extra pieces that have been put on. They're very, very fine, but they could easily be broken, and you can see that up here at the driver's door because this one is missing. This is a second-hand model, obviously, but it does actually look in really good condition. I really like the interior though. The detail of the seats down here in the second class open area looks really quite cool. And you can even see inside the baggage area, we've got some details there too. Underneath here, we've got a couple of extra pieces put in. There's these tanks here in plastic and also down here, and there's a fair degree of detail as well moulded into the bottom chassis part. It's got some nice cross bracing and it's got some brake gear. It's not super defined, but it's nice that it's been put in, and the bogies actually look really good. They've got brakes almost in line with the wheels, which are quite dulled down, but there's a lot of deep relief on those, and actually these do pick up as well. Both bogies pick up, and you can actually see through this window here, which I think is meant to be a toilet window. It's frosted anyway, but there are some wires there going up to the roof, so it should have interior lighting. So overall, this is a really interesting and very long coach, and it allows you to run easy push-pull services on your layout. It's quite heavy as well though. I suppose it has to be because it needs to stay on the rails. So let's put this on the scales and we'll see how much it weighs. So for a coach, it's quite heavy at 174 grams. So this is a really good model from Roco. It's possibly not the most interesting, and you would certainly miss the fact that this is a control coach if you weren't told, I think. But the level of modelling here is really spot on. The windows are absolutely fantastic. We've got extra handrails as well. The printing is really good, and the overall finish just screams quality. One of the things I didn't mention earlier was that the plings are in NEM pockets, and they also have an awful lot of articulation here because this is such a long coach. It has to get round tight corners, I guess, and stay coupled up. And also the bogies have got a lot of movement in them as well. So even though this is scale length, it should still be able to negotiate tighter curves on the layout. So it's a decent model and an interesting prototype as well. It's not my most favourite of coaches, but it's certainly something a bit unique and a bit different. And when it comes to price, well, this is quite a rare thing, I think. I've never seen one of these before I got this one. So expect to pay around about £20 for this coach. It does have the extra lighting features on it, and it is something a bit unusual to add to your collection if you're interested. But what do you think about this coach? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel. Now, I'm going to try and get this on the turntable and see if I can get it moving without it falling off. And in a moment, an icon will appear to another video. Just click on that. I'll see you there. But thanks for watching this one. It's always fun looking at these models, and I'm glad of your company, and I'll see you on the next one.
So model train, model train, model model worlds. Choo choo, model trains, tiny train in tiny worlds. Choo choo, model trains, tiny train, model worlds. Choo choo, model trains, tiny train in tiny worlds. Choo choo.